Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of giving yourself pep talks. If I could choose one thing in the current moment that I believe is incredibly important to living a great life, it's this quality right here. Giving yourself pep talks basically allows you to rely on yourself when things get rough for you, or if you end up in a dark place. It basically allows you to rely on yourself to pull yourself out of these tough situations so that you can keep moving forward. It basically allows you to rescue yourself so that you don't have to rely on other people to do it for you, which, as much as possible, you should seek outside help whenever you need it, but I understand there will be cases where either you don't have access to it or it's just incredibly difficult to get it, and in those cases, as much as you can, see if you can help yourself get out of the situation. But when you do run into tough situations that you can't pull yourself out of, please reach out to other people for external help. Do not try to get through life alone, as that is really difficult. But anyway, on to this topic. So giving yourself pep talks basically involves having your own back and basically talking to yourself in your own mind with your thoughts and helping yourself get through tough situations. In a way, it's kind of like being your own motivational speaker. And this is something that will take time to develop, but it's incredibly worth it once you start building it. I mean, it's taken me years to develop the mentality that I have today, but I'm glad that I have because it helps so much when things get rough. And earlier this year, actually pretty much at the beginning of this year, I was in a pretty dark place, and I remember February 2nd of this year, literally February 2nd, I remember the date because of this. I went on a night drive when I was feeling really down, and I went to a place where I could oversee the city I lived in and just kind of view everything and take it all in. And I remember that night I gave myself probably one of the most important pep talks I've ever given myself. I wasn't suicidal at all, but in a way I kind of talked myself off a ledge where I was feeling really bad, and I gave myself a pep talk where I basically said something along the lines of, you've worked on yourself so much over all these years that even though you're feeling down right now, know that you can get through it because you've gotten through everything else that life has thrown at you so far. So even when you're in a dark place, realize that you can pull yourself out of it. All that matters is that you frame your thoughts in a way where you help yourself. Do not be your own worst enemy. Because as much as possible, you can help yourself get out of tough situations. You just need to work towards becoming your own friend, and don't allow yourself to beat yourself up. I mean, really, our thoughts are a powerful thing, and it constantly boggles my mind how we train ourselves to be cruel to ourselves. That doesn't make any sense to me because we're going to be in our own company 100% of our lives. So why would you want to be your own enemy? Why would you want to treat yourself like shit? Wouldn't you want to be a motivational speaker for yourself? Having your own back? Being able to push yourself when things get rough? Being able to propel yourself forward when you reach failure so that you can keep going? Because failure is not the end, but you often require a good mindset to push through it. So learning how to give yourself pep talks basically in a way makes you unstoppable. It makes it so life can't faze you, and it makes it so that you'll keep going no matter what happens. This is incredibly powerful. So I urge all of you to start developing the habit of giving yourself pep talks. If need be, one thing that helped me do this was just watching a lot of motivational speakers over years. So I started to kind of understand the way they motivate people, and then I just started doing that for myself in my own head, and it helps immensely. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!